Does success equal happiness? Is that really truth? We are sold the idea that career, fancy objects, and traveling will finally fulfill us. When we finally get career success, when we finally win these praises around what is our occupation professionally, then we will feel fulfilled. When we get this fancy car, this fancy house, this fancy whatever, this fancy clothes, then we will feel happy. When we finally travel and see the world, then we finally be happy. All about accomplishing. Here, this definition of success requires you to go out and to run for something, to improve yourself. But that is a big illusion. Because you're looking for happiness in something that is artificial. You see, careers do not exist in nature, they're completely man-made. Fancy objects as well, not that certain tools made out of rock, made out of whatever, just like a bird does its nest. But I'm talking about these fancy artificial shiny things that you want for basically no reason other than you saw an ad or you saw somebody with it and you desire it. Even traveling, only because you saw some videos and some photos, now you want to travel. If you never were exposed to that, you wouldn't even think of the idea of traveling. If anything, you'd think of the idea of running a bit farther to see what's around your living area. So, this form of success is most definitely not equal to a sense of happiness. What about this more retirement sense of success in which you basically eat when you want, you socialize when you want, and you rest when you want? You see, this is the dog's life. They have food, they catch some sun, so they take care of their bodies. They have another puppy and they make a child, so they get plenty of little puppies and now they have a family. Plenty of socialization there. And then whenever they feel like resting, they do so because they are secure. They are within a territory, a piece of land that you bought for them that they marked, and they now feel relaxed that no predator is coming over. And so if you focus your life around body, around family, and around home, then your definition of success will equal happiness. Why? Because it's real. Your senses can feel it. Your senses cannot see or feel or smell or taste your career. Your vision can sense these fancy objects, but you're only about to experience something that you could experience otherwise without them. All of the happiness that might come from going fast on a car, for example, or from traveling, it's all about things that you can gather naturally, running around a forest, a wild place, some whatever natural environment that you have. And because it's real, it is natural. And only through natural things can you get something that's natural. You see, unnatural life can only lead to unnatural feelings, meaning unhappiness, lack of health, because you're running around trying to achieve things Here you were born and you already had all of these things you are born with. Here you have to run for. Naturally, we are already born with everything we need. We don't need to achieve anything. The only thing we need is to eat, get some sun, rest when needed. We need a family, we need to naturally reproduce, and if we don't use contraceptives, we naturally reproduce whenever we find someone and we become intimate with them. And actually, thankfully, because we worked many years, now we have some money and we can buy a piece of land, or we can sell our house and get all the money that we already paid up front for the credit, and through that money we can buy a big piece of land, fill it with cattle, and we have food for us, for our partner, and for our children for life. The minimal amount of expenses that you might have with once in a while, if you wish to buy something, if you want to have this internet or something, then you can do some very little works just to pay up for those unnatural things. But naturally, for as long as you have a water source, as long as you have plenty of plants, meaning food for the cattle, then the cattle will reproduce, will make meat for you, and you have nothing to worry about, and you can go the rest of your life just around eating, socializing, and resting. Everybody that lives in a fight or flight mode, whether even if they're in a tribe and they are constantly hunting, they wish they didn't have to hunt. They wish they didn't have to protect themselves from predators. So why are you running around for something that nobody wishes to have? Nobody wishes to work. I'm not saying that nobody wishes to feel useful within their inner calling. That's something different. But just because you like to do, for example, some theaters and musicals, and you are great at all of this representation and coordination of people, doesn't mean you wouldn't be 10, 100, 1,000 times happier doing so in a natural environment with no pressures to make money, to make it successful, to make it work. Then you would just do them for pleasure. One thing is playing guitar to get a paycheck, and sometimes you wish to play the guitar, other times you feel forced, you would like to go to sleep, to go to rest, to play with your kids or whatever. But here you only do the things when you wish to do them. If you found any sort of value in this video, please leave a like. If you want to leave any sort of opinion, go to the comments and write whatever you feel like. And if you want to check more videos around body, around family, or even around home, check out my channel. And if those are not enough, the plenty of videos that are already here, you hit the subscribe button and you will be the first one to get the new ones when they come out. Thanks.